Welcome to the PSAV Hive at MPI. Our topic is new ways of using technology to engage attendees, and we have a blue ribbon panel to talk about that subject. First, on my far right, Mike McIlwain, President and CEO of PSAV.
Hi, Bill.
Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
On my immediate right, Meredith Martini, founder and chief playworker at Playworks Group. Welcome, Meredith.
Thank you.
And
Awesome
to my
title.
left, that is the title. That is the greatest title. And to my left, Brian Ludwig, Senior Vice President Sales at CVent. Welcome to all of you and to each of you, and we appreciate your sharing some thoughts. It's a great topic because I think it's on every meeting professional's mind. How do we use technology to engage attendees? And in some cases, we don't use technology to do that. I'm going to maybe start with Meredith and ask you, how do we get people's heads up to look at what's going on out of the devices?
Yeah. Well, as you saw this morning when we first met, I'm one of those people. I use that cell phone. I'm tweeting. I'm on Facebook. That kind of thing. But at the end of the day, as far as meetings are concerned, our use of technology has to ultimately be about bringing together people face to face. That's really the end that we need to keep in mind at any point when we're looking at what technologies to use or not use.
So technology is neither the solution nor the problem. It's just we're still going to have people join together.
It's a tool that absolutely can be used and should be used, especially in today's world. I mean, it's an effective tool that people are going to be using whether or not we utilize it or not. So we need to focus our efforts in the meetings industry on how to use those tools more effectively.
And I think, Mike, from your standpoint, I know it's intuitive, but also there's a little bit of science behind it as well. But there are certain things about meetings that take place from your own white paper, PSAV, that.
Yeah, we've sponsored a white paper and did a lot of research around how do people learn, how do people engage. And it's really fascinating to get back from that research, a lot of things that you kind of intuitively know, but that you can learn and you can see, through now scientific research, like feelings that you've had. Now, okay, there's a reason for that feeling that you have. And then we can use technology to really enhance, the capabilities, the messaging that's happening in that moment. So really understanding, how people learn. People are visual learners, right? 80% of what you're going to get are going to come out of the visuals that you have around you. So, and then the technology comes into play where you can really enhance the visuals and really increase that learning, increase engagement, and make a meeting more effective, and ultimately increase the ROI on a meeting or event, which is really what it's all about.
So to some degree, the technology enables what's already true. The people need the visuals, whether they're delivered by an iPad or a screen or whatever.
Exactly. And the white paper helps you take the technology, because a lot of people don't use the right technology. And with the knowledge of the white paper, you can apply the technology and know scientifically what you're doing and how that's going to impart to a good result from the meeting.
Right. Brian, I know that your area of interest is also in mobile apps, I guess. Is that correct?
That's right. So my company focuses on delivering mobile apps to essentially give the content and the connectivity and the engagement in the palm of people's hands. So of course there's no replacement for live meetings and the value of a meeting, but with content in your hand and the opportunity to network and facilitate discussions and networking with other folks, also in the palm of your hand, it takes engagement to the next level.
I'm wondering, Meredith, if we don't have this sea of rising expectations that audiences each year expect, the next level of technology. I mean, is that what's happening?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I came here looking for, okay, what am I going to learn new, different this year? But really, again, it comes back to that connectivity and, a lot of the social media and the way that we've tied mobile apps at our meetings into the social media stream so that we can see and capture what's going on. I know personally, and there's some research to back it up, that I tweet throughout the conferences, educational sessions that I go to, and that actually helps my retention. So it's not a lack of engagement on my part to be looking down at my screen. I'm actually tweeting back because there's that urge in us as a culture, as a society, to share what we're learning. And so that actually is how we learn, when we share. So it's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's a good thing. So and using apps and mobile apps that will cause that to happen, that's a good thing for us as meeting professionals.
That's right, and then putting up a Twitter wall so everyone can see the tweets, or sharing it obviously in a Twitter feed in the app, it just facilitates learning for everybody.
Absolutely.
And for me, it's like note-taking, but in a public way, because I do the same thing. I like to tweet out when I'm attending something. I love to read what other people are saying. But you're more thoughtful in what you're saying as you're capturing things versus just writing them in a notepad. But it has the same type of approach for me. Is like, I write things in a notepad, it goes to the side, I never think about it again. But the fact that I've written it down puts it more in my head. There's another thing the white paper showed that we had done is that You learn through vision and then through touch, right? If you take, and you touch something as you're learning, then it's going to increase your retention from like 83% to 90+%. So back behind us, we have touchscreen walls, that people are now using in meetings and events. So as you engage with mobile apps, all these different things, as you're engaging in that, your retention is going up, which is, again, ultimately what it's all about.
Let me ask the three of you, and anybody can jump in. Do you think that all the focus on the channels, I mean, the technology has gotten our attention off the message and the